English often breaks at a very specific moment. Not when you don't know a word, not when grammar is unclear, not when pronunciation is difficult. It breaks when your attention turns inward. This shift happens quietly. You are speaking, the conversation is moving, then awareness appears. You become aware of your voice, aware of your accent, aware of how you might sound. That awareness changes everything. Language is not only about words, it is about where attention is placed. When attention is outward, language flows. When attention turns inward, language tightens. This is not psychological theory, it is observable behavior. Athletes experience it, musicians experience it, speakers experience it. Performance collapses when self-observation appears. Spoken English is a performance in this sense. It relies on automatic systems. Automatic systems fail under observation. When you listen, attention is outward. When you respond, attention often turns inward. This transition is subtle but powerful. You stop tracking meaning, you start tracking yourself. Tracking yourself requires resources. Those resources are taken from language production. The system slows, the sentence weakens, the pause appears. Many learners mistake this for fear or lack of confidence. It is neither. It is attention misplacement. The brain can either manage language or observe itself. It cannot do both efficiently. This explains why English feels easier when you are emotionally involved, when telling a story, when reacting quickly, when responding spontaneously. In those moments, attention is on the situation, not the self. Language stabilizes. This also explains why English feels harder in interviews, meetings, or formal conversations. Attention is divided. You monitor tone, you monitor correctness, you monitor impression. Each layer reduces fluency. Monitoring feels responsible, it feels mature, it feels necessary, but it breaks flow. Native speakers also monitor themselves. The difference is timing. They monitor after speaking. Learners monitor during speaking.
That timing difference matters. Monitoring after speaking does not interrupt production. Monitoring during speaking does. This explains why learners often think of a better sentence immediately after they finish talking. Production ended, monitoring resumed. Nothing changed except timing. The challenge is not to eliminate self-awareness. That is impossible. The challenge is to delay it. Fluent speakers allow speech to complete before evaluation. Learners evaluate mid-sentence. Mid-sentence evaluation is fatal to fluency. This habit forms early. School environments reward correctness. Errors are corrected immediately. This trains learners to watch themselves while speaking. That habit survives into conversation. Conversation does not tolerate it. Conversation requires continuous outward focus. Outward focus means attention stays on the other person, the message, the situation, the next idea, not on grammar, accent, self-image. This is not a mindset shift, it is a skill. Attention placement can be trained. Shadowing works partly because it forces outward attention. You follow sound. There is no time to evaluate. Language moves. That movement feels different, less effortful, more stable. Learners often say, "I speak better when I don't think." That is partially correct. They are not thinking less, they are thinking differently. Thinking stays on meaning, not on self. Self-focus is the real disruptor. This is why silence feels heavier in English. Silence gives space for self-awareness. Self-awareness increases pressure. Pressure reduces access. Silence is not the enemy. What fills silence is. If silence is filled with attention to the other person, flow returns. If silence is filled with self-observation, speech collapses. The difference is invisible but decisive. This also explains why short answers feel easier. They end before self-awareness fully activates. Longer answers require sustained outward focus. Learners lose it. Fluency is not about courage, it is about attention endurance. Endurance means staying with meaning longer than with self. This endurance grows through experience, not intention. Each time you speak while keeping attention outward, the system learns. Each time you interrupt yourself to evaluate, the system weakens. This learning is unconscious. It does not respond to advice. It responds to repetition. This is why speaking more does not always help. If speaking reinforces self-monitoring, the habit deepens. Quality of attention matters more than quantity of speech. Speaking less with better attention placement improves fluency more than speaking a lot under pressure. This reframes practice. Practice is not about forcing output, it is about protecting outward attention. Outward attention keeps language available. In real conversation, this means allowing small imperfections to pass, not correcting them immediately, not restarting unnecessarily, not apologizing for language. Apologies pull attention inward, corrections pull attention inward, continuity pulls attention outward. Continuity wins. Fluent speakers allow minor imperfections to exist. Learners try to erase them. Erasing requires self-focus. Self-focus blocks flow. This is not advice to be careless, it is advice to be timely. Care belongs after speaking, not during. The goal is not to remove awareness, it is to place it later. Later is safe, during is disruptive. Once this is understood, frustration decreases. English stops feeling unpredictable. Breakdowns become understandable. Nothing mysterious is happening. Attention simply shifted. With awareness, it can shift back. Not instantly, not perfectly, gradually. This is how spoken English stabilizes.